lower unit for the 35 horsepower. It's always nice to have hex bolts. None of them broke. There's a crack here and a crack on the other side. So my again, gotta be a detective with these old ones when you pick them up. Over tightened, cracked up housing could have led to an overheat. Not sure, but at least the lower unit's not seized up like the upper top is. So let's see what this looks like for the first time. This probably hasn't been off in a long time, but I'm not sure if the 82 had a plastic housing like this or what. Let's see what the water pump looks like. Oh, the whole drive shaft comes out. I'm not sure if I want the whole drive shaft to come out or not. Because I really don't want to take apart the lower unit if I really have to. We're going to pressure test it and see if it needs it. This should come right off. Okay, so there's the hoop. Also, I'm noticing they're all the same length. Yeah, all the housing, all of the bolts are the same length. And looks pretty good. The cup, the color itself is pretty much seized on the drive shaft, but fins are broken. Plastic. Dad. Dad. This. I don't think the gear will fall out if I pull this out, right? Anybody know?
It's funny how you work on the same outboard over and over and over, or outboards in general, and then like as far as what I'm doing is, then I watch 60 YouTube videos. I watch the same YouTube video over and over again just because I got the time or whatever, and then you see something you never saw before, you never knew about. So this lower unit has these holes over here, and I had no idea that they're like weep holes. And there's like a whole bunch of crap in here. I had no idea. So what I'm doing is I'm just cleaning this part out. And then this way those this way those passages are clear. Just so we have more like, I don't want no problems. But routine maintenance, a lot of times they don't mention it. What I want to do now is I want to clean this drive shaft up. Y'all are wondering why I'm very awkwardly doing this. Because when Matthew, the master mechanic, says, "Daddy, hold me," you don't got another option. Life, man, life. I gotta figure out how this autofocus works. It keeps focusing on the background images. But so you can see that it's clean, but look at the pitting on it. It's amazing what rust will do to solid, this feels like stainless steel. Or solid steel, it's just rust, just eats. And the holes in this thing is just crazy. It's not bad, I've seen 10 times worse, but all the rust spots are gone. It looks okay. So we cleaned up our surface of our lower unit, and we got our brand new kit, and this is the aftermarket kit. It was $22 on eBay, and the actual OEM kit was $57 on marineengine.com or eBay. I can't remember which one. I don't remember if eBay sells the OEM kit, but so it's not bad. You can tell the plastic is kind of made of like a, you can't tell, but it's, I don't know, it's very carbon fiber composite-y, if that makes any sense. You can kind of see through it. You can see the fibers, whereas the OEM kit one looks more solid. In any case, we got to assemble it. So there's a bushing in there. It should be there. Put that in. Okay, it's gonna come with an O-ring. A lot of rings, actually. I like the triple guard grease. You guys see me use it. I lost it. I can't freaking find it. It's making me nuts. So I'm just gonna put a little bit on the O-ring. A lot of it. Put that in the cup. Attempt to put it in the cup. That should help the drive shaft go through a little easier. Not the drive shaft, the shift rod. Okay. Got our oblong gasket. We got our impeller key. Got our cup bowl thing. And a couple more O-rings. Now, one O-ring goes inside. Not that one, it's this one. And we will also grease that up. Triple guard grease is so much better than this stuff. Plus it's Evinrude, you know. Put your O-ring in there. Beautiful. Get a rag. Okay, the cup. Now the cup. We're gonna put our gasket sealant compound on the inside of this. Don't know if you have to, but I'm gonna. You don't even need this stuff. I just like having it. I like trying to be manual. Cool. See, I don't know why my camera focuses on the background instead of the foreground. This is blurry. Shouldn't be blurry, camera. There you go. There's a weep hole in this thing too. Try not to cover that. And use gloves if you're a stickler for that kind of thing. I mean, if it ain't burning me, I'm okay. And then the two tabs are going to line with the little holes in the cup, so in the housing, so you can't mess that up. Push into place. It might slip out on you afterward. And you just push it back in, and then wipe off your excess. This isn't so much as a how-to video, guys. I'm just doing it. You guys can. There's so many better videos. My man Brandon's the man at this stuff. The how-to install. I mean, step per step, Chris Fix style, camera shots. This is more for entertainment because I've never done it before, so I'm, you know, kind of having fun. Not that I've never done a water pump. I've never done this type of water pump. Newer, 35. What's next? I don't even know what's next. Let's put the 3M in for the rubber oblong gasket, right? Yeah, that sounds about right. So I have the 847, the 3M. That's what I use. That's what I'm gonna use. Put it in the groove for that. Oh boy, it's coming out fast. And this stuff is tacky and sticky and dries quickly, so. Just don't get it inside the impeller housing. There you go. I don't want to overdo it. I don't want to underdo it either, but this stuff is crazy. Every video you see me use this stuff, I freak out about it because it's just tacky and stringy. Look, all I did was pull it away and boom, string right across the frickin', right across the cup. And you don't want it in there. You don't want it in there. Weird shaped gasket. See a rubber that goes. You can see the shape of it, just like that. I am trying to work quickly. I want to get this in before this stuff dries. There we go. Sticking it in there. And I'm just gonna take the excess. Oop. Perfect. And I'm just gonna kind of spread it so it doesn't get in my cup. Of course, it's in my cup. Oop. So, yuck. That's perfect. They look good. Gasket's in. Yes, it's like dry already. That's crazy, bro. And my fingers are actually stuck. Okay, next. Impeller? Yeah, let's put the impeller in. Okay, controversy here. You can install these dry. I don't see anything wrong with it. It's a silver cup. And when you first start it up, it's going to be dry, but it's going to be rubber on stainless steel, smooth. It's not going to be a problem. But as I do these, I've read somewhere about dish soap, and I like the idea of dish soap. It's a lubricant. It's going to wash away with water right away, and it's an idea. That's what I'm going to run with today. Little Dawn will do ya. And you can use as much of this as you want. That's the other part too. You don't have to worry about it at all. Put it in there as much as you want. It's gonna wash away. And you get your hands clean in the process. Oh God, what else here? We'll put the gasket sealing compound on our gasket. We're gonna put it on our lower unit. And then we're gonna slide our drive shaft through our impeller. We're gonna get that going. We're gonna install. Now, and usually I put the impeller on, but I don't know. The videos I've been seeing with this style, everybody's been putting the drive shaft, the impeller in the cup first. So I'm more of a follower than a leader. So we're gonna do what they do. And I'm just gonna rest this on the housing on the lower unit. If you're wondering where that's going. If you guys, I should make a gag reel on how hard this is. The videos online are so easy. The impeller can go, there's only one way for the key to slide in, so if you're going to do it this way, you got to make sure the slit, of course 50-50 chance I get it wrong, is available so you can slide the key in. So I had to pull everything back out. Now I can put my drive shaft back in. Just everything's coming out, cup's coming out, the impeller's coming out, my gasket's coming out. Like, it's just amazing how simple they make it look. I mean, granted, they've done it 700 more times than I have, but frustrating. I mean, this should have been done an hour ago, and I'm still fighting with this stupid thing. So, if you're having issues, because it ain't as easy as they make it look to be, don't panic, like I am. I get frustrated. So, there. Now I can actually see where the There. Now I can actually see where the keyway goes. I couldn't even see it before. I didn't even know what direction it went in. The other way, so we'll put it like this. Now I can slide my drive shaft and line it up. But not as easy as it looked online. There we go. And actually, you should be able to pull on it. You should be able to pull on it. There we go. It should stop because the top of the impeller. It should stop because the top of the impeller has a ridge, so it can't go any further. And now we can actually install it on the motor. And the kit has numbers and letterings that you know to put the plate up, because you can put it wrong. The holes won't align this way. Just remember this thing on the left. That thing on the left. And you'll see it when you lay it down. The holes won't match up. Now we can go shift it. Okay, and then our kit comes with brand new bolts. At the guys who retap the holes, I was laughed because I just never do it. But this motor was so bad, I actually ran the tap, and I'm glad I did. So even though I laugh, it is the right thing to do, and I highly recommend it. And if you were wondering, for this motor, the tap size is, I used the Craftsman kit, I've showed it in previous videos, 1/4-20. 1/4-20 on the tap. This is the set I bought. 1/4-20 is the size for this one, and that's the thread count. And some kits come with a cool keyway, and you can, test to see how many threads, so you get the right tap. 1/4-20 for this motor. Now, this aftermarket kit. Here's our problem number one. These, I do not like the new bolts they gave us. they look weird. Let me show you the original OEM bolts. Here's the OEM bolts. Fine, you know, 100% 5/16 head. You know, look, this is just begging to be rounded off one day. Cheap, I don't want to say that kind of, but cheap bolts. I'm gonna run with the original bolts. So note to self, that aftermarket kit, I don't like the bolts at all. So let's run with the OEM bolts. So these bolt holes and the bolts 1/4-20 on the tab. So I'm just gonna quick clean these up and install them. So, yeah, I hate over tightening because I break so many bolts, and I don't want to crack the housing, and it just doesn't need to be that tight. Nice snug. In the bolt pattern, and you'll be good. Like a rule of thumb is if I hold the wrench real close, so I don't have too much leverage on it. With one hand, get it almost as tight as you can get it without. This way, it's almost impossible to break it that way. Whereas if you use leverage and tighten it down, you're gonna break it. Okay, last thing I believe is the rubber grommet. Kit comes with, of course, and we're gonna install this by putting some gaskets on the outside of it. Don't really know why, but I bought it and I like it, and I believe the installation manual says to do it, and that should be fine. So that is our water impeller installed. That's the lower unit. We've drained the oil out of it. No water. Pressure tested it. I'm showing a seal leak somewhere, but there's no water in there, so it's most likely up here at the drive shaft. That doesn't make any sense because water would suck right through in there. So there's a seal leak somewhere. I sprayed it with soap and water, and I wasn't showing any bubbles, so I don't know where the hell it's coming from. But instead of installing the other gear case, which looks like it might fit, we're gonna run with this one because it is original, and there was no water in the oil. So it is what it is. If there's a problem down the road, we will reseal the whole thing, and that'd be kind of a cool video too. Alright, let's go. So yeah, this will hopefully be a quick one. Water pump, 1982, 35 horsepower. I mean, the 98 is the same. It's the same freaking lower unit. I believe this kit fits all of them. So 82 all the way up through 98. If you got a 35 horsepower, maybe even the 25s. That's actually because that Green Johnson was a 25. So 25 horsepower, that water pump is going to be pretty much the same for you. All right, so next video in the series will show us installing a lower unit. See if this thing pumps water. I got some issues on props, which prop to use. We'll go all over that in the next video. So thanks guys for tuning in. We'll see you in the next one in the series. We'll try to pump these out real quick instead of making you wait, because I know you're on pins and needles. Hey, there's a subscribe button on the bottom. Freaking hit it. I love you guys. I'll check you later.